We do have our eye on education this afternoon and safety. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine is getting a look at how school buses are inspected. 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald has more from the governor and an activist for seatbelts.
Less than 2 weeks into the school year, conversations surrounding safety are already intensifying, specifically when it comes to school buses. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine calling on a new task force to take a look at school bus safety issues across the state.
I'm not the expert, and I don't pretend to be, and that's why we're putting this working group together, and that's why we're asking them to bring in the best information they can.
The governor says the new task force will look at bus maintenance and driver safety, and even discuss the possibility of putting seatbelts on school buses. The task force will come back with recommendations for lawmakers to consider by December. The push coming just 1 week after a bus crash killed 1 student and injured more than 20 in Clark County. The crash has groups like the School Bus Safety Alliance here in Ohio pushing for seatbelts on all school buses.
Seatbelts have saved millions of lives worldwide. Seatbelts have been mandatory for school bus drivers since 1986, and still no seatbelts for the kids.
The School Bus Safety Alliance works with individual school districts to launch pilot programs which install seatbelts on new school buses. Founder Rudy Breglia says to do this typically costs about 8% more, which is roughly $8,000 for a typical school bus nowadays.
The school district gets a feel for how to handle this equipment, how to train their employees.
There are 9 states in the country that have requirements for seatbelts on school buses. Ohio is not one of those states. Ohio lawmakers have tried to push for seatbelts on school buses in the past, but legislation never made it past the finish line. Breglia is hoping this crash will help lawmakers realize how important the topic is. In Columbus, Amy Steigerwald for 10 TV News.